Hey guys, today's my first video ever, so please bear with me today, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the 4-leg method. Yes, I know I'm late to this, but it's alright. We're still going to talk about it and how it makes a jaguar grind so much more easier. And we are not going to be running around clueless, not knowing which leg the male jaguars are at. So basically what the 4-leg method means is basically that whatever male jaguar you kill, it can only rotate to those specific zones out of those ones. So it can't go to any other leg across the map. It has to stay at those specific ones. So anyways, it can just help us get more consistent kills and help our Great One Jaguar grind go way faster and help the Great One spawn way faster too. Because this Great One Jaguar grind is probably the least commanding in kills because of the limited amount of jaguars they have. So this grind may be the shortest, especially with this new 4-leg method. It can help our kill count go up way higher. It could help a lot of stuff because we know what legs they will spawn at instead of just going around the map not knowing which leg they will spawn at. And anyways, so I've also just been wondering, is there any more home ranges of jaguars that we can grind at too? Because if there's different ones, there's more options for us if there's easier ones. But so far, this one seems pretty good. This one seems pretty easy. But my main concern is if the home range also goes to the middle lake. Because that middle lake is super brushy, which leads to the main lake or main river. It's super brushy. And every time I try and go there to kill something, I'm always getting attacked. Anyways. So I just want to really just touch up on this and tell y'all more about it. So basically, I'm going to go more in depth with what I said earlier. If you kill a jaguar, it can only spawn at those lakes. It cannot go to anywhere else on the map except those lakes. So you don't have to check anywhere else on the map. You just have to check those specific lakes, and whenever you do check them, the jaguar is guaranteed to be there. There's no chances. It's guaranteed. So it can help our kill rate go up by so much. And also helping our kill rate grows up means the Great One spawns faster. And honestly, I think this grind can be a good grind for starters because the least commanding of the kills, so it goes by faster, like the red deer grind, how boring that is, how the whitetail grind, how long that grind is. This is basically a slower paced grind. And it's not like the red deer grind, how boring that one can get just killing red deer repetitively, and how long the whitetail grind is. I also think the fallow deer grind is good, but this one I think would be better because the least commanding of kills, you don't have to kill as much because they're a limited number. So I also think that this grind would be very good for starters. But most of all, we also have to worry about them patching it like how they did with the tigers. So it was home ranges with tigers, but people were getting too good at them. We're getting super rares and stuff. And EW was just like, no, it's not going to happen. And they got rid of the home ranges. So now tigers jump all over the map. So we hope that they don't do this with jaguars. Because if they do this with jaguars, then the Great One grind would be so much more difficult. And most of all, we would have to set up around everywhere where jaguars drink, and it would just be way more of a pain in the butt. The grind would be longer, and it wouldn't be as starter friendly as it is right now. Now, I do think this grind can get, if you don't have patience, do not do this grind, because you have to have patience to do this grind, because jaguars do not show up to their zones. That's the main thing I've realized in this grind. They show up to their zones not a lot. They show up to their zones the majority of the time, but not a lot compared to everything else. So you have to have a lot of patience, especially it's more of running because in the jungle you can't. So, I guess you can. You could place it on the lake, which you could have to shoot them on the run, or you could place it 250, but it's hard to place it 250 meters away whenever you're in the jungle. It's hard to find a place for the tent. But anyways, let's get back into this 4-leg method talk. Alright guys, my bad for calling it 4 lake method. There's multiple lakes. There's not 4, there's more than 4. But anyways, I will show y'all the lakes that this method will work for the jaguar grind. Alright, everything that you see in red is the home range of the jaguar. So if you kill the male jaguar in that area, it's just going to stay or move to one of those lakes. So that is the part that you would want to set up at. You do not want to set up at anywhere else except that part of the map, because if you kill one, it's just going to respawn at that same lake or anywhere else that it's highlighted red. Alright, that is the end of the video. I am so thankful that y'all guys watched all the way through this. If you made it to this point, please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.